Hi everyone, this is my review of Hedda Gabler on Broadway. This is production by the Roundabout Theater Company, and it's at the American Airlines Theater on 42nd Street. Now, this is a play, a Swedish play by Henrik Ibsen, and it's about a very strong-willed and very neurotic woman, Hedda Gabler, played by Mary Louise Parker, and her husband, the relationship she has with her husband Jürgen, who is played by Michael Cerveris, and as well as three other sort of main supporting characters. There's the judge, who is played by Peter Stormare. There's Eilert, her ex-boyfriend, played by Paul Sparks, and there's Eilert's new sort of muse, Thea, played by Anna Reeder. Now, if you've read any of the reviews, like from the New York Times or several other papers, this play has been pretty much critically panned, and I don't think that it necessarily deserves all of the bad reviews. For instance, Mary Louise Parker is just absolutely amazing. And I mean, I am a little bit biased because I love everything she's ever done that I've seen, but you know, I think that this adaptation by Christopher Shin, directed by Ian Rickson, was written for her. It suits her perfectly. It like captures her, the way she's like really dryly sarcastic and very dark, and to take the darker subject matter, it's a fairly dark play, they sort of in a way lightened it up. They didn't make it a comedy, but they added really dark humor to it, which I think is, you know, quite nice, and I think it worked well, and especially because she can play it so excellently. As a production, the sets were, you know, somewhat sparse, but they were nice. The costumes were absolutely gorgeous, and Mary Louise Parker really looked stunning the entire show, no matter what she was wearing. It was beautiful. And as for the rest of the performances, I thought Paul Sparks was fine as Eilert. He sort of seemed to be more tormented instead of some of it. The characters seemed to be keeping it in. Hedda was keeping it in a little bit more than just throwing everything out there, and so was Paul Sparks as Eilert Lovberg. Excuse me. The most unfortunate thing about this revival to me was the casting of Michael Cerveris as Jürgen, and Michael Cerveris is an excellent actor, but I think he was miscast in this show because he just, like, he just overacted horribly, and it was just, like, too much, you know. He was trying too hard, I think, to get it really, to match the wit that Mary Louise Parker naturally has, if that makes sense. And I think it was a bit unfortunate that he was overacting so much, and you know, very fluid with his motions, and you know, I just didn't like the way that worked. The rest of the supporting cast, I think, was fine. No one was very memorable. The character of Thea, played by Anna Reeder, was a bit whiny at times. She was also a bit like too much. I don't really know how to describe it other than whiny. You sort of have to see, and I think maybe you'd probably understand what I mean by that. So all in all, I mean, it's not a horrible production. It's certainly not one of the best things that the Roundabout Theater Company has done, but you know, it's worth seeing just to get the chance to see Mary Louise Parker on stage doing what she's so good at. So I would still recommend seeing it.